The task we get pleasure from is the one we are more likely to do for a longer period of time. At the end of this video, you'll see why what I just said has a deeper meaning than you think. When we are forced to do a task we don't want to do, but seem necessary to us, we usually end up making slow or little progress in it because it's not something we do with joy. It's not something we do wholeheartedly. On the other hand, when we do a task we enjoy, a task we find pleasure in, we end up making tremendous progress in it. A reason why I hated school books, which also made other young men like me hate school as a whole, was because we were forced to read books we have no interest in. I also didn't find pleasure in it, which made me get lower results compared to what I would have gotten if I actually had interest in the books they gave me. Here's the funny part: when I got in a break from school and started reading books that I actually find interesting, I realized that I never actually hated books or reading books. I just hated the books that I was forcefully supposed to read. Honestly, my mental health was fucked back then, so I wouldn't even be surprised if I couldn't understand and focus on the books I read. Now when I read books, I feel as if I'm learning a new skill, increasing my life experience, gaining a superpower. And funny enough, I actually find fun and pleasure in reading books now, something that I believed could never have happened. Some guys make minimum or no progress in the gym because they are over strict with themselves. If I was always over strict with myself when it comes to working out, I would have stopped years ago. Now don't get me wrong, being strict with yourself isn't a bad thing. But if you're over strict at trying to be the ultimate grinder, if the result of your grind is not what you expected, you will instantly lose motivation and discipline to keep on going, and you will probably stop the tasks you are doing. I made this mistake a lot by pressuring my younger brother to exercise because he was getting overweight, and I shouldn't have done that because he won't make progress in it. He won't make progress in being disciplined. He found no joy in it. All I did was give him another big task he's supposed to work on. Last month I decided to think on it. How can I make him work on himself? And in the process I created a quote: actions speak louder than words, but results speak louder than actions. If I could show him the result that exercising could be good for him, he would probably have a higher chance of voluntarily working out. But he won't still make much progress because he's just after the results. The process will still seem forced upon him. Then I decided, instead of telling him to exercise, I will exercise with him. I'll do it with him. I changed the process. I made him enjoy it. Why do tasks feel hard for us? What exactly is your definition of hard? It feels difficult, and when something is difficult, we usually don't feel motivated to do it. And there are two reasons why something can seem difficult for us. Number one is either you're not comfortable with the action or you don't see joy in it. Or the second one, you are low on testosterone. I've made videos on the basic way you can increase your testosterone and things that also reduce your testosterone. Look up Leo Axel testosterone, or I'll just link my playlist of testosterone in the description of this video. And you can also check it out right after you finish this video. An actionable step you can take is to think about the task that you feel is difficult for you. Think about it, meditate on it, and look for a way you can make it engaging, you can make it fun, you can make it suit your interest. But if you know the task is difficult for you and you have the one-time motivation, the one-time motivation is something like today you feel motivated, tomorrow you won't feel motivated, the next day you feel motivated, and the day after you don't feel motivated. You're like a zigzag motivation spike, dopamine spike. If you know you have that kind of motivation, then you should force yourself on the days you don't feel like it, the days you don't feel like doing the certain tasks you want to do. What you should do instead, to do the task first thing during the day. If the task is for you to record a video, that should be your priority during the day. Before you do any task that you know isn't important for you, or after your morning routine, you can just tell yourself, okay, to record the video is my number one priority today, and I'm going to do it right before I go outside. I'm going to do it right before I eat. I'm going to do it before I socialize, before I get into social media, before I start planning, before I start meeting other people. But that should just be your priority. Make sure you do your hardest tasks first before you go out into the day. It must not be in the morning. Some people also feel motivated during the afternoon or during the night. Like for me, I'm a night person motivation. I usually get motivated a lot during the night time. Everyone has their own times. Most people is in the morning. Some is in the afternoon. Our afternoon time is a very rare time. While some guys like from 9 a.m., 8, like just night time. Whenever it's night time and I'm in work mode, like I make more progress. Whenever I'm scripting the video, I make more progress. Whenever I want to exercise, I exercise better. I get more energetic. I'm not a morning person. I prefer night time whenever I want to do things, but I like the daylight, so I prefer to record my videos in the mornings. Find the time that suits you and work with that time. Utilize it and use it to grow yourself faster. And remember, if you're trying to get a friend of yours in self-improvement, or you're trying to get a brother of yours to work out, bro, don't force them. They won't see joy in it. And if they don't see joy in it, they are not going to make progress in it. They are not going to want to do it unless they see the advantage of it, or unless they see what they can gain from it, and unless the process is not something they will suffer from. Because people don't just willingly accept to go through pain unless they have the mindset like you. Probably you have the I'm ready for pain, I'm ready to go through the challenge mindset. Probably you're like me, you're like the rest of the guys on self-improvement. But these guys, they don't have that mindset. They haven't built that mindset into themselves. And see, they haven't built the mindset into themselves. They don't think they'll become motivated. Don't think they'll be able to last if they try to grow themselves. What you should do, just make it fun, make it enjoyable. If you want to exercise, bro, exercise with your brothers. Exercise with your friends. Most guys are having the lone wolf mindset that goes, okay, I like exercising alone and my hoodie on and everything. It's not a bad thing to do. You can do that almost every day, but you can do that a lot. But once in a while, bro, you just get together with your bros and work together. Like, you guys enjoy that workout. I usually remember the workout I do with my brothers, my friends, more than the ones I do alone. Because these are fun moments for me. These are my masculine moments. I remember the moments when I'm doing arm wrestling with other guys and trying to like win them. One down, two down, three down. Like, I just like things like that. These are the moments you enjoy most. And if you find pleasure in all these things, the guys will find pleasure in them too. The other guys that are into self-improvement will find pleasure with it, and you will also find pleasure in it. In real life, I've motivated lots of people to start working out, to start improving themselves, just because of my character towards them, my character towards others, the way people respect me, the way I speak to others. This is my GTA. This is my life now. And they like the way my life is. So I have indirectly motivated them to start working. There's a funny story. A friend of mine, the guy just came up to me and said he's trying to do handstand. Like, he's trying to learn because he just saw me do it. He's trying to learn how to do it. He said he's been trying, man, he'll be failing. But telling me, how can I do it? How can I improve? Like, I never expected this guy to start doing this thing. Something I never expected him to do. He seemed like a guy that just likes to be on his own. He came up to me and he asked me how can he do it? He's doing push-ups every morning. Bro, like, I smiled. I was very happy, bro. Just hearing that made me very happy. To see that masculine men are now getting awake again. I was supposed to stop this video because my script, masculine men are now awake again. And now it's time to do the action. Strong men are being created. The good time is the result we will get. I will break that circle along with you. When we create good time, we'll produce more strong men with it. Share this video to those you know it can help, to those you know need motivation to work. And also, like, if you like this content, if you like to see more of these videos, like it, subscribe and turn on the notification. And one more thing, bro, keep striving for greatness.